If there was a Legend of Zelda movie adaptation, how would you want it to be? Do you want it to be like animated, sort of like Into the Spider-Verse, you know, seeing how that has broken the mold in terms of animation and kind of breaking the barriers on what's possible? Or do you want it something like Illumination, which might be the case, seeing as the news came out that it's going to be another Illumination Nintendo collab? So soon after recording this, Illumination denied they are currently developing a Zelda movie, but I have no doubt, seeing the success of Mario, that is coming eventually. Now back to the video. Or maybe you want it in a different style. In my perfect world, what I want to see out of like a Legend of Zelda movie, obviously it would be animated. I don't think a live action Legend of Zelda movie is the wave, but I feel like Nintendo are going to stick with animated. But my ideal Legend of Zelda movie would be animated. Obviously, I'm going off of Spider-Verse. You know, animation was always like a fantastic medium. I love animation. I love what you can do. And I love that Spider-Verse and those movies have like kind of shaken up Hollywood in terms of many movies were like done after like the Pixar style and that style of CG, and a lot of animation, even including Super Mario Bros. Movie, were very much in that vein of like the new CG animation. And I think a lot of that could look great. The Mario movie looked fantastic, but I feel like Zelda would work so good, either like a Studio Ghibli style. There's probably so many different styles of animation, and I feel like Legend of Zelda has such beautiful art, has a beautiful world of Hyrule and beyond, and I feel like there's so much potential. And in terms of Link too, I think animation in comparison to live action, it would be so much easier to cast a Link in animation and just finding Link a voice. Because obviously, as we know, Link doesn't have a voice in any of the games, and I like that Nintendo has started to give these characters voice actors in like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, even though I wish they would do a little bit more. They could get a good voice actor for Link. I would hope they would get somebody who isn't in Hollywood, but it's gonna need those big names if it's animated. They're gonna be like, no, we need to be able to put Chris Pratt on the fucking poster. I think the funniest thing that would happen is if Chris Pratt was also voicing Link in The Legend of Zelda. That would make people so fucking mad, and it'd be fantastic. I would not like it. I would not want that. And I'm sorry for putting that bad juju out into the world. I know it's gonna end up being like a Hollywood actor. I don't know if it's gonna be like Timothée Chalamet or something like that. My hope would be like they get an unknown who just has who's a great voice actor, because there's so many great voice actors out there that aren't like Hollywood stars. And then if you need some Hollywood names, make Zelda into like, you know, a Hollywood star and the surrounding characters. That's what I wanted to see. I would want to see it push the animation boundaries, sort of like what Spider-Verse is doing. Even like the new Ninja Turtles movie that looks fantastic, which looks very much inspired by Spider-Verse, but its own totally different thing, like his own art style. I love that animation. Hopefully he's gonna keep making these jumps and these experimentations. And even like stop motion, I would love a Nintendo game in like stop motion by Laika, Kubo and the Two Swords, which was great. And I love stop motion like that. But something like Kirby would work well in stop motion. Or I hope with this Nintendo Illumination team up that they have, all doesn't look like your standard Illumination fare. I don't want to see Link and Hyrule in just like the standard Illumination style Mario CG art. It would be kind of disappointing. It would kind of be like, I don't know. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, because I tend to do that with everything, but they want to go into other Nintendo properties, which makes sense. I feel like there's a lot of potential, but I hope it's not all with Illumination. And if it is, I hope they at least stretch the capacities of what their animation could look like, you know? Let me know what your thoughts are. Maybe you differ from mine. Maybe you think that Illumination style would work great. And to that, I say, you're wrong. Okay. But yeah.